Finally, Hamster Thursday, sponsored by Felicity in Worcestershire, has come back to Hamtaro. Perhaps the best-known Japanese hamster this side of that pervert ebiju. And yes, there was a Hamtaro game on the GBC, Hamtaro Hams Unite, that wasn't all that bad. This isn't that game. This is barely a game. Most of the action consists of Hamtaro lecturing you on feelings and engaging in various cute animations. This is your primary method of interaction. This isn't Hamster Paradise where you can actually play with him or do mini-games or whatnot. No, this is the hamster monologues. And between dissertations, you get to watch him eat. For, like, ever. The closest thing to gameplay that Tottoko Hamtaro Tomodachi Daisakusen Dechu offers is the ability to code yourself and others into the game, complete with name, nickname, age, birthday, and blood type, because apparently that's hugely important, and determine what kind of hamster you are. And then you can see your compatibility with other pseudo-hamsters and keep a log of all the people you creepily and stealthily turned into hamsters for your own amusement. Eventually you'll unlock memos from your parents, who mostly offer you more books for your hamster transformation fantasies, the filthy enablers, a personal computer for easy access to the compatibility rankings you divine through your just this side of witchcraft devices, and of course, more monologues with Hamtaro. You can even, watch him run around like he's having an acid flashback or something. Okay, so this is barely a game, hindered by the same kind of real-time clock shenanigans that made that Cardcaptor Sakura game such a chore. And in the games that would come after this one, they fixed those issues. And when I looked to see who unleashed this monstrosity upon us, turns out it was none other than Nintendo themselves. Honestly, I've seen them take strange licenses to better places before. Just look at Popeye of all things. But this seems more like a pseudo-game distraction. And don't get me wrong, they've been around forever. They were portable translators all the way back on the Game Boy, and don't think that inputting text on one of those wasn't a wrench and a half. But at least they did something functional. This is, in essence, a hamster-coded horoscope device broken up by long and winding lectures by a hamster. But I will give it this, they managed to fit a few kanji into the script while keeping it, legible. And if there were any questions, there's even a kanji breakdown on the back of the instruction manual, right before the message to parents that this software is designed to help them make friends. Which might not work as well in a secluded video booth halfway across the world and underwater. Heck, I had to light a pizza on fire just to make Derek talk to me for 10 minutes.